Personally, I think that the videos that we watched for chapters 8 and 9 were similar to what I imagined counseling to be like. I was lucky enough in undergrad with my minor of human services and major in psychology that my minor requirements actually required 3 different counseling based courses. So I did some mock counseling and utilized the skills, etc., that we saw today, just to kind of get in the swing of the dialogue that happens between client and counselor. So it was similar to what I imagined. From that, I think that the counselor that would be the best fit for me and that I'm going to continue to kind of like hone in on the rest of these questions with would be Dr. Michael. Watching his conversation with Mariah seemed more personable, and he allowed the conversation to flow in more of a friendly manner. The first interview we watched was also good. It just seemed more clinical and structured, which, again, some people need a more structured counseling environment. I think personally for me, I do well with a more warm and open and friendly dialogue, more of a conversational type of situation that suits me a little bit better. From Dr. Michael's session, I noticed some different skills that he was using. So, one, a door opener, when he goes in and he, at the beginning of the session, asks, like, to reflect back what they talked about last session and what has happened thus far. That's a door opener, leads into the conversation. It's a really good way to just start a session off, kind of get a good reflection of feeling, which is another skill, and, jump into, like, what has happened since we last met. He had some basic attending skills. He was there. He was an active listener. Obviously, that's really important because as a counselor, you need to be an active listener. So your attending skills, eye contact, you need to kind of hit all those marks when you're meeting with a client, especially one with maybe low self-esteem, like we saw in Mariah's case. There was also a lot of good open statements and probes about her relationship and her fear of rejection and why aren't you inviting people out? And why are you always doing what everyone else wants to do? So those are really good open-ended questions to kind of like help her reflect again back on, why she might be feeling these things. And another skill I saw was good influencing skills. Do you ever suggest what you want to do? Great influencing skill. Dr. Michael's telling Mariah, listen, I understand that it makes you uncomfortable, but have you ever thought, like, let's suggest it. Let's see. And obviously she responds like having a little bit of a fear of rejection. So maybe then you take a different approach and you go back, reflect on the feelings, what comes from that, etc., and then try again. I think that this specific session was possibly Aldrin's person-centered therapy. And according to Yeshiva University 2021, there are several significant benefits of the person-centered therapy, including increased self-esteem and confidence. It also balances the client's actual self and ideal self. Emotional dysfunction decreases, and it enables the client to become a more fully functioning individual. They also will seek this help through empathy and optimism of the counselor, Yeshiva University 2021. I think Dr. Michael did a really great job of doing that. And I think in this situation, that person-centered therapy is what really applies as we're trying to build up Mariah's self-esteem. My last question is, was the determination for a person-centered approach in Mariah's case based off of presenting issues, and or would a CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy approach, be as useful in her case? The same skills would apply, but would it make it easier to address her emotions and behaviors' influence onto how she thinks, i.e. the discomfort she has suggesting ideas to others in fear of rejection? Thank you.